Hello, this is Blake Levine. It is a very peaceful and calm Saturday evening here in Southern California, and I wanted to share the joy of finding calm and tranquility even when there's stress around you. So for much of my life, I've learned that all types of people at different parts of their existence go through problems. And as a coach for a long time, I found that when someone has some kind of problem, they struggle to find relief and they have an issue with figuring out the true answer. But when you choose to step back from the real struggle and problem for a moment, you then gain a different perspective. And when you change your perspective, you're allowed to have a new kind of idea. And in my religious beliefs, searching for God or a higher power or Hashem, you can then say, I am going to allow change to happen. And sadly, when someone in your life or many people are angry about their own issues, they don't want to really tell the truth and resolve them with kindness and love. And when that goes on for many years or for a lot of your life, you have to decide what is going to be right, because we'll all have moments where we're not as happy or as peaceful or as joyful. And part of what I know is that in the nature, all kinds of animals can be violent towards each other. There's many common examples where some type of species hurts another species to survive, or even within that own species, they hurt each other and attack each other with the only goal of getting more for themselves. And what I say to us as humans, because I know in my heart that not every species on planet Earth can decide to listen in the same way and to understand in the same way, and their brains and minds don't operate exactly as human beings do. We get the opportunity at different intervals to look around and to take a moment back and say, maybe I was right in what I did, or maybe I am okay with my decision, but as I step back, I choose in this moment to be different, to be lighter, to be happier, to be more calm, to be more loving, and to be more understanding that you don't have to accept the wrong way, but you can look around and see a different version of life. I want to thank you so much for watching this brief video. I've spent a number of years here on YouTube, first on a different channel and now on this one, and I share light and joy and hope, especially for those with a mental illness that have agreed to accept their diagnosis and understand that living with a real mental illness for much of your life and having doctors tell you what they believe is not only hard, but it may be wrong. And if it is the right choice for you to have learned from it, you may have issues that are very challenging. And those that won't accept their mental illness or won't look at it or deal with it are in a very different perspective of their own journey and their own life. And when people have that and don't help themselves, they can face such immense problems from all kinds of ways of life. But I want to say today that I respect that we can step back, and even though there's not always answers, and there's not always peace, and there's not always people trying to be violent towards you, you can try to accept that some days there's still some light. And where I am, the sun is beginning to go down, and while it still is light, I see beauty and I see change. And I pray you'll do the same. I do a life coaching program, including helping to attract prosperity and kindness and intuition and psychic knowledge. You can learn about it on my websites, BlakeLevineCoaching.com. That's BlakeLevineCoaching.com, as well as BipolarOnline.com. And then there's books that I've written that are filled with knowledge and hope. You can find all of them online by typing in Blake Levine, and if you're in a different country, many of the booksellers have them available. So I hope you'll enjoy those, and I'll share some links to some of the products and websites below. And thanks so much for being part of this journey tonight. And you may watch this in 20 years from 2018 in the US. But if you do watch it at some point, I hope it brings you a happier day.